Patch 3.1 for Apex Legends is bringing with it a lot of new goodies. There's a lot to cover with this patch, so let's get into it. I'm Jamerson, and this is the Apex Legends Patch 3.1 breakdown. The first big addition with Patch 3.1 is the addition of the Duos Limited Time mode. This mode will be available until November 19th. 30 pairs of legends will descend upon World's Edge to see who will come out on top. To the best of my knowledge, there are currently no challenges linked to this limited time event. It's going to be interesting to see what kind of meta will develop around duos. There's even some interest in the competitive scene about running duo scrims and Q snipes, so keep an eye out for that. The second big addition to the game with this patch is the firing range. Respawn Entertainment has reworked the tutorial world to offer a much better practice range. You can now enter the firing range solo or with a squad and as any legend. You can swap between legends in-game too. Unfortunately, you must still unlock legends to use them in the firing range. Every attachment is also available now, so you no longer have to play through the tutorial hoping to get whichever attachment you want to toy around with. They have also added target dummies that spawn in with purple armor. Now, this is a huge welcome addition, especially for content creators. Moving on to balance changes, the Wingman has received a nerf with a reduction of its headshot multiplier. The headshot multiplier has changed from 2.15 to 2.1. The 0.05 change in multiplier marks a decrease in 1 damage across the board for all types of helmets. This can be seen as a buff to low-profile legends in particular, as the BTK has increased in specific scenarios as shown in this image. No armor plus no helmet, BTK is now 2. White armor plus purple or gold helmet is now 3. And purple or gold armor plus no helmet is now 3. If my math is correct, the headshot multiplier nerf has no change to BTK against normal and fortified legends. The next weapon balance change comes with the increase of projectile width for shotguns, the L-Star, and for snipers. Not the charge rifle, as that is a hit scan weapon. Trying to test this out in the firing range, it felt very difficult trying to notice what kind of impact this buff has on these weapons. The EVA 8 may be the biggest beneficiary of this buff, as its pellet spread is the most clumped amongst the shotguns. We'll need more time to see exactly how this change affects gameplay. The last balance change comes to Crypto. His ultimate EMP will now damage armor that players have dropped on the floor. Before, players were able to just drop their armor, only get hit by the slowing effect of the EMP. This is a buff that many players have been asking for, as he has been seeing less usage since his release. Crypto has also received a few bug fixes too. Lifeline's dock will now heal Crypto players while they are using their drones, and caustic gas will no longer kick Crypto out of his drone. Speaking of quality of life changes, Respawn have now added the ability to re-roll your daily challenges at the cost of legend tokens. Starting at 200 tokens, further re-rolls will cost 500 and then cap out at 1,000 legend tokens to re-roll your challenges. The re-roll cost will reset every day. Another nice feature that Respawn has added is the ability to change game cursor velocity. Definitely a nice buff to controller players. One final announced change I'd like to touch upon is the change to lever penalty in ranked. You can now leave a ranked game 2.5 minutes after your banner has been recovered. I said we were done with official patch notes, but there were a lot more changes that weren't covered. Huge shout out to pro player for Virtus Pro Pija that tweeted out some changes he found. The first change is that Pathfinder survey beacons are now properly rotating from match to match like they did on Kings Canyon. This also means more beacon locations are being discovered across the map. Also, knockdown shields have been adjusted to cover more of a downed player's body. Pija also notes that the double tap attachment has been recalibrated to reduce the recoil. I don't have prior footage to try to confirm, but it definitely feels noticeable on the EVA 8, especially when you hip fire. And finally, despite saying out-of-bounds locations were fixed in the patch notes, there seems to remain many locations across World's Edge which haven't been fixed yet. And that's it for the patch 3.1 breakdown. There were some other parts of the patch notes I didn't mention in this video, so if you'd like to read the full patch notes, I'll link it in the video description below. So what do you think about patch 3.1? Are you happy with it? Are there other changes you'd like to see made to the game? Let me know down in the comment section below. As always, consider subscribing to the channel and hitting that like button. Once again, I'm Jamerson. Thank you for watching the video, and I'll see you guys next time in the arena.